Tip number 5 is go the extra mile. This adage is a good lesson in life, as it is true if we simply do a little more than what is expected, the extra mile, then the results are so much better than if we had done the bare minimum. Notice the subtitle that says it's never crowded on the extra mile. How true it is. This is the story of two girls named Suni Williams. In December of 2006, I went to Sanford Elementary School to commission them as a NASA Explorer School. When I arrived, I was greeted by a girl named Suni who said she would be my hostess. My comment to Suni was, "Did you know that 1 week from today, another girl named Suni will fly on the space shuttle?" She said no, but was mighty impressed to think that another girl named Suni was going into space. We spent several hours together before she walked me to my car. I was about to depart when I happened to say, "Suni, you never told me your last name." Her response was a meek and mild, "Williams?" "No," I said, "did you know the astronaut I was telling you about was also Suni Williams?" Well, needless to say, we both got crazy with excitement, and I spontaneously invited Suni and her parents to attend the launch. She accepted, and my wife Bernie hosted their visit. It was a very special night for all. Fast forward 4 days when I greeted astronaut Suni Williams as she climbed out of her T-38. I told her of little Suni Williams. She immediately ripped off her Velcroed name tag and asked if I would give it to her. I said, of course, but I wanted to know if she might email young Suni from space. She said she would, but that she would like to go the extra mile and call little Suni from the International Space Station, or ISS, on her birthday. Suni certainly went the extra mile, and according to little Suni's mother, this entire affair has forever changed her daughter in a very positive way. 5 years later, we invited little Suni and her mother to our home for a small dinner party. She has grown up to be a very impressive young lady, in part because an astronaut who did not even know her went the extra mile. Here we see the beautiful night launch of Suni Williams and her crew of 7 aboard Discovery, STS-116. This was a night to remember for me, in part because this was my final shuttle launch before retirement. Little Suni Williams witnessed this launch from the viewing stands only 3 miles away. My wife Bernie tells me Suni was inspired with all she saw. During Suni's 6-month stay on the ISS, she ran the Boston Marathon, actually beginning with the gunfire that started the race. She ran on the treadmill in record time for this space race of 4 hours and 24 minutes. Her sister ran the actual race in Boston, but Suni still has bragging rights. With the ISS traveling at 5 miles per second, she went a distance of 76,000 miles during her 4.5-hour race. Her sister only ran 26.2. Once again, Suni went the extra mile. Shortly after arriving back home, Suni was promoted to be the deputy chief of the astronaut office. NASA was running a competition at the time to name the ISS node. Nodes, if you were wondering, are a major interconnecting structure of the ISS assembly. Comedian Stephen Colbert had asked his fans to create a groundswell of support to have NASA name the node the Colbert node. Suni was asked to fly to New York City to announce the winner. She did this in real time during the live broadcast of the Colbert Show. She reported, much to Colbert's disappointment, that NASA was going to name the node Tranquility Base. This was in honor of the 40th anniversary of Apollo 11's historic landing on the moon at Tranquility Base. However, as a consolation prize, they had renamed the treadmill upon which she ran the Boston Marathon the Colbert for Combined Operational Load-Bearing External Resistance Treadmill. Isn't it just like NASA to create another acronym? In so many ways, and with such success, Suni Williams continues to go the extra mile. Tip number 6 is exploit your intellectual curiosity. It seems that a good way to learn is to be inquisitive. My grandson, Hayes, seemed to know this at age 2 when he would constantly ask, "What's that?" about everything. An interesting follow-on point is that in 2010, Bill Gates of Microsoft was interviewed along with his father on CNN's Larry King Live. Bill Gates Sr. was asked, "Why do you think your son is so successful?" His response was that he has an unquenched intellectual curiosity. Might my grandson Hayes be the next Bill Gates? When Hayes and his parents, my daughter Jamie and son-in-law Jason, came for a visit in July of 2006, Hayes was at the height of asking, "What's that?" about everything. We had hoped they might see the shuttle launch as we attempted to launch on July 1st and 2nd, but with no success. With a planned stand-down of July 3rd, the launch was reset for the 4th of July. The family was just hanging out on July 3rd, and I was playing the piano, an old gospel tune entitled "All Is Well With My Soul." It was suggested that we write a song about Hayes's insistent questioning of "What's that?" So we sat down and wrote this song. I will recite the words of the first two verses here, as they are hard to read on the song sheet. It should be noted that as of July 3rd, it was not clear that Hayes and his parents would stay to see the 4th of July launch. At this point, we were just hopeful that they would stay. The words are as follows. When Hayes was a baby, he said, "What's that?" He said it all day long. These two words that he used, we got so amused that we sat down and wrote this song. Oh, Hayes, little boy, what's that? What's that? What's that? The year was '06, 'twas the 4th of July. Hayes came to see the shuttle fly. As she launched towards the sky, Hayes pointed high and was heard to say, "What's that? Oh, Hayes, little boy, what's that? What's that? What's that?" Well, we did it. A beautiful return to flight on the 4th of July. In the words of Commander Steve Lindsay, we saw the rocket's red glare as NASA was back in business with a shuttle that worked, and worked well. As you can see in this photo, my children were able to stay for the launch. To make this day even more memorable, Jason was able to capture this image of Hayes pointing to the sky as the shuttle lifted high and was heard to say, "What's that?" His curiosity of the world around him continues to inspire me to want to always ask, as he would, "What's that?"